Before making your decision tomorrow on the upcoming selection, you should listen.
Well, first we start off with George Washington at the top, and then it goes to John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
11-year-old Bridget Dovigneau says she's made a first-of-its-kind discovery that President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they're all cousins and their grandsons.
Why is every single president related? 1 Genesis 6, we're told that the sons of God came down and mated with the daughters of men, creating giants. And in the book of Enoch, we're told that these angels were watcher class angels designed to watch over us, and they disobeyed. Mating with women, they created giants, a whole new race, and this race was evil, and they eventually took over all the kingdoms and the kings and the queens' positions, and they've ruled for centuries. This is why George Bush says he can trace his genealogy all the way back to the Sumerian kings. They have discussed their plan of world domination in many ways. In one way, in the occult technology of power, the so-called right and left political spectrum is our creation. In fact, it accurately reflects our careful, artificial polarization of the population on phony issues that prevents the issue from our power from arising in their minds. Albert Pike, Give the People Their Hero. So there's a book called Moonchild by Aleister Crowley, where it talks about a magical war between white and dark wizards to battle for the Moonchild. So in 1946, this man Aleister Crowley, Jack Parsons, and L. Ron Hubbard do sex ritual magic to bring about the Babylon spirit, which was this Babylon working to bring about this Moonchild. And it just so happens that there was a total blood moon that was totally eclipsed on June 14th, 1946. And it just so happens that Donald Trump was born on that exact day, being the Moonchild. This is Marina Abramovich, for some who don't know. She's into all types of evil stuff like that, but she's pretty much a high witch for the Hollywood elites. And she said something very interesting that usually I wouldn't put credence into something a witch would say, but being who she is and what she's saying, you would think she would know.
The best thing happened in this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. I say, how is this possible? It's the best thing to happen. He said, yes, because he's so irrational, he's so crazy. That's actually create that awakening, that we finally wake up. Because before it will be another guy and everything looks similar. But he's so different than anything else. So he's the magician who waking us up. What do you think about that?
Magician, huh? You literally cannot make this up. So if you go to the Church of Satan's website and scroll down to the degrees of where they get their hierarchy, you will see the last degree is a MAGA. I mean, you cannot make this up. So I'm going to show you a video from Tucker Carlson's YouTube channel where he has Donald Trump's campaign manager on, and they're talking about Donald Trump and all that, but the campaign manager calls Donald Trump something else, but it's very interesting. Check it out.
Labor Day and support him, and then he thought he could beat Trump again. You look at if you want to analyze it through his eyes, he's probably right. The base would have come back to him. The media would have had to come back to him against Trump, because they were always going to be against Trump.
Did he say what I think he just said? Lord Trump? plus you got this guy who's going to be in his cabinet level, which is the richest man in the world, who also created Neuralink and is wearing that. And this is a prophecy in 2nd Esdras, which I think it could possibly be talking about this time. Now, this is not thus saith God, this is thus thinketh Zach, so don't hold me against it, but it's pretty interesting if you read it right here. It says, there were 2 heads left, however, which also ruled over the earth and over those who lived on it. I looked and I watched as the head on the right side devoured the one on the left. And if you go down to the bottom here, it literally says that these beasts were brought up by God to bring about the end times. And right here we have Trump's family crest. As you can see, the double-headed eagle right there. Now, who is going to stop all this evil in the world? What does the scripture say about who is going to make a stop to all this? It's always been the same answer. It's Yeshua. It's Jesus. It's always the same. And in his Hebraic name, it actually means what he's coming to do. If you look here, Yeshua is the hand that destroys the establishment of the eye. So what is the establishment of the eye? Could it be the same eye that's on the back of your dollar bill? And whose eye is it? Zechariah 11:17. Woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm, and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. And if you look throughout mythology, Thor, Odin, all these types of lowercase gods had this missing eye. Some cases they had to give their eye to get knowledge. And as we see, that's what Saklos, the demiurge, is. It's a blind fool. That's what Satan, Samael, whatever you want to call him, he is a blind god, the one-eyed God. And what is Yeshua coming to do? He's coming to destroy his establishment. Stay faithful, guys. I love you.